Attention Xbox players. On October 1st, we were quote unquote rewarded the ability to play survival after a year when the game was out. I went on and played it with a buddy. Now I'm here to tell you it ain't it.
It's just not it. I mean, we're in a day now where I don't know if these type of modes are the wave. I don't know, man. I mean, when I came into survival, and keep in mind I didn't play survival in Modern Warfare 3. I barely even played Modern Warfare 3. I kind of don't remember anything about that game. I can remember bits and pieces, but I don't remember that game as well. And maybe my memory is just not as good because I barely remember Black Ops 4. And games that were recent games. I just don't remember. But my buddy was like, let's go into survival. This is what he's been waiting for survival for a while. So we come into survival, and we were first loading up into the lobby. I didn't know how survival worked. I didn't know if they had their set map. They give you all types of maps or whatever. And I think the first map that we landed on was Piccadilly. And I always back out when I see that map. I mean, I don't care if it's survival. I don't care if it's team deathmatch. I don't care if it's headquarters, hardpoint. You name the mode. When I see Piccadilly, I leave. And so we backed out. And then we start up again. And then we get crash. Now, of course, as you can see by some of the videos, we're still being new. By still being new, we're still trying to quote unquote survive. And by that I mean run around, shoot people, survive. But as you'll see later on in the video, we start to find we found the way to play survival. And this is just, my opinion totally, but I guess you can look at this like zombies. Like, you reach a point in zombies, right, where you got all your guns maxed or upgraded. You got all your favorite weapons. You're in a room where only, one entrance is there, or you're doing the train running. When you're just running around, you have a good flow. You have a good flow, and then you're probably thinking in your head, oh, we're not gonna lose. We're never gonna lose. And then something goes down during that zombies game that makes you wonder, makes you wonder, are we gonna even make it out of here? Well, survival doesn't give off that instinct. Survival doesn't get off of that instinct at all. Survival truly makes me feel when I play it. Even though I'm down right now, we're gonna ignore this. I'm still learning at this point. But even when I just don't have the feeling that I would ever lose in survival. Strictly because, well, for one, when you get brought back into survival after dying like I just did, you still have everything. And two, you can get score streaks in survival. You score streaks in survival type modes are they don't, how should I say, they don't make it harder, I should say. And then, you know, this map also is kind of, I would say, one of the easiest survival maps, because as you can see, after we started running around, right, and then we went to that second half sniper building roof thing, right? Now we're on, well, the building that makes Crash. And he has a minigun. Miniguns in this game don't overheat. They don't, you know, run out of bullets. They just are unstoppable miniguns. So me, once I seen that, you know, there was no reason to even leave this area. If you think about it, there's no reason to leave this area on top of here. But unfortunately, the ammo is all the way down there. But I started to figure out while playing this game that the key to beating survival is, of course, you have to find a way that limits the access entry points for the enemy, to limit it. And right now we're getting a little bit of a bind here because he keeps going down, and then you have to pick him up, and all I have is a pistol. For some reason, even when I play Warzone, now that I play survival, and even when I started playing some Spec Ops, I always end up shooting that X16 more than any gun in the game. And I don't know what it is. Maybe that's just a sign. That's Call of Duty saying, hey, use the X16. Just walk around and use it. It's a great weapon, but it's a default weapon. And I don't really like default weapons, except when you have weapons like the ICR or, you know, the Kilo. You know, some guns that be default from the jump be great. PKM, you know, stuff like that. But other than that, random weapons or default weapons suck. But during this video, you know, after we were struggling a bit, you know, I had to start looking up on my phone, you know, survival tips, how to play survival. And of course, they say get an LMG. So, you know me, I'm going to get an LMG. And I'm going to sit here and watch the steps and rack up kills. Now, yes, this is one way to do it, to play survival. But this, you know, this isn't good enough. This type of story or this type of building isn't good enough. You would think it's good enough, but that little thing, that little hallway right there can get very clustered. And then they can start flooding that joint, and you'll be in trouble. You know, 2 juggernauts or something come through there, man. You in some pain. But yes, you see this room right here? This is where it all started. You see right now, currently, we walked into this room at wave 10. Now, of course, I didn't show you the whole survival mode because, well, who wants to upload and talk over a hour-and-a-half video? Not me. I don't even think I have enough words to talk for an hour and a half. But this room right here is the room that will stop you from ever losing a survival game. I'm telling you, there's no way you can lose survival from this room. When we got into this room and we figured this out, I mean, this room is right near the kill streak box. It's right near the kill streak box. Then they got the ammo box over there, right? As you can see, we started running to as my game starts lagging. The video starts lagging. You see, we start running to the ammo box, right? But then we start to think you can just buy ammo crates from the box right in front of the building. So guess what? Now we just bought the ammo boxes at the beginning of the building and we never ran out of ammo. Now, this right here was just nuts. My teammate goes down again. Right? He goes down again because them suicide bombers go. You know, and here I am with a PKM. I've got to pick him up in the middle of it. Now I got to reload a 200 round PKM. I reload it. Now we fast forward to my laggy game, of course, as you can see. We fast forward. We are in round 34, wave 34, and look at this. He has a Juggernaut. I have a Juggernaut. From about round 12, when I first bought the Juggernaut, to round 34, this is what we were doing. Sitting up here, I was sitting at the top of that steps with a Juggernaut, just letting it rip. Letting it rip. Just letting it rip. Just shooting everything and everyone. While my teammate, on the other hand, wasn't getting any money. He wasn't getting any money. Then, of course, we flipped. He went and bought a Juggernaut. I went into this room. As you can see, like I'm doing right now, I'm just watching. I'm not firing my weapon. I got a Juggernaut on the way when his Juggernaut die, if it dies. You know, stuff like this. Then what's make it worse, we had a sentry gun and we set it up on a balcony outside of this room. That gun starts melting enemies before they even land. When they're coming in from the helicopter spawning down, it is melting them. I've never seen a sentry gun put in so much work than when it's in a computer-based mode. Because online, the sentry gun's garbage. Let's just be real. Online, they don't kill nobody. It spend more time revving up than it do shooting. But on here, when you have constant enemy spawns, man, that thing is a shredder. It's like the OG sentry guns. But instead of that, we just used our own sentry guns. We put a sentry gun on a balcony, then we carry a sentry gun, aka the Juggernaut, and we just sit there. And man, I'm telling you, during this stream, when I was streaming this, I was literally sitting in and I was saying, we're never gonna lose. We're never gonna lose. We're about an hour and a half deep into this game right now, like in wave 34. And once we got the Juggernaut suits and the sentry guns, as you can see, all the mess of sentry guns right there. Once we got that, we literally never even went down anymore. We didn't even go down. We literally had games where we were getting through rounds, these top rounds, like they didn't even have any enemies. But look at what Call of Duty did to us. They knew that we weren't going to lose. They knew that we was going to break the world record for waves in this mode. And they kicked us. So I was very happy about that. But that'll do it for today's video. Leave a like. I am signing out.